The ratatouille joke already annoyed me, but then it gets to this point where she gets on the chef's back and she's pulling the hair. For what reason, I don't know. And then the sausage fingers come in even harder. I mean, they lean into that joke. 'Cause that's the thing. When I first saw it, I thought, that sounds funny, but they're not going to lean into it, and they fucking lean into this joke. But actually, usually you watch it back, it's not really not funny, but it's a bit embarrassing. The whole story revolves around a racist mum, her racist dad. They have a lesbian daughter, right? That's the crux of the film there, which in and of itself is fine. It's a racism that's labelled a kind of Asian racism. This is unique to Asian families, right? Which, I mean, there's sort of an absurdity to it. But to make matters worse, they play off it in a way that we're supposed to hold us down. We're supposed to laugh our arse off at the little racist moments in it. The performances in it are, I mean, they're weird as hell. Jamie Lee Curtis plays the tax
overacted as hell.
I mean, it's so overacted. I mean, to the point where it's like panto. A lot of it is like panto.
It really is.
We have these scenes where we have these we zoom in a little bit on her sort of delivering a line about tax, and we're supposed to shit ourselves laughing. It's so not funny. And then the martial arts in it is it's lauded as being so good. The effects are so good. I mean, the martial arts in it are, I mean, they're at best they're watchable. That's what I'd say. At best, they're watchable. At worst, they just look like a fucking CBBC set piece. A load of shit, right? I would say it's fun for mums and dads who didn't really watch Rick and Morty and who didn't really watch the more recent Marvel movies. So for them, it's a bit of a folly, the whole multiverse thing, because it hasn't really been done since, let's say, Back to the Future. And obviously they reference that era. Obviously there's a guy from the Goonies, there's Michelle Yeoh. So it's pandering a lot, but it's pandering to the point where it's like I can feel his breath. It's like here, it's fucking in my face, like pandering so hard.
Sausage fingers.
Yeah,
rubbing
sausage
up against
fingers,
your face.
so unfunny. I mean, the sausage fingers one, I think when it got to that point, I'd already emotionally checked out of that movie. I'd emotionally checked out. I like to see things through. So if my girlfriend's watching...
No, I don't like
you're onto a winner here. I like to see things through, but by that point, I'd emotionally already checked out. When the sausage fingers came on, I was like, the ratatouille joke already annoyed me. Already that annoyed me, purely for the...
What was that joke, sorry?
So the joke is that there's a chef who, he has a raccoon instead of a rat controlling. So have you guys seen Ratatouille?
Vaguely, distantly.
You haven't seen any movie, so we're gonna have another episode after this called Bardhi watches a fucking movie for once in his life, right? Ratatouille, I was saying, is the rat obviously controls the chef.
Yeah.
They play on it in Everything, Everywhere, all the time, non-stop, never ceasing.
Never
They
ever.
They play on it where she goes to one of the multiverses and it's a raccoon, I think, controlling the chef. But then it gets to this point where she gets on the chef's back and she's pulling the hair, and it's just... For what reason, I don't know. And then the sausage fingers come in even harder. I mean, they lean into that joke. 'Cause that's the thing. When I first saw it, I thought, that sounds funny, but they're not going to lean into it, and they fucking lean into this joke.
What would you give out of 10?
Everything, Everywhere?
Yeah.
2.
Okay.
2.3 maybe, just to be arbitrary if we're jotting this down. I don't know.
All right.
But yeah, poor. I think it's not funny. Not the only reason I'll give it a 2. Look, I think some of the effects, for what it's worth, from a filmmaker point of view, I respect it. I respect that there is a kind of attempt at grandiosity, which I do respect. It's not easy to go into a movie with a sort of big outlook on the story and stuff, but I think at the end of the day, it's how you pull it off. Because imagine how annoying it must be. Imagine being nominated that year, and it's like you watch this and you're like, that's not going to win for sure. And then it's like, it's a nap. You're like, what the fuck? Like, what's the point of even turning up to this load of shit?
Wait, who did it go up against? What were the other contenders on there?
It went up against The Godfather, Top Gun Maverick, which is not even great, it's better than this.
Just a trailer for Top Gun.
The Banshees of Inisherin, which should have won, which I think was the best in that list.
Right.
Triangle of Sadness, which is also better than this. Avatar, The Way of Water was nominated. Elvis was nominated.
I like that film.
Elvis is quite good.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, we can talk about that in another episode.